just wanted to tell you a little bit about my hunt this morning. I got in here last night and hunted the first evening of the all-day hunt here in Pennsylvania. And I hunted until about 45 minutes till it was getting dark, and I decided to move out further along the hill. So I was easing down this logging road that's over here to my left, and I owl hooted, and I got an answer right down below me, which is right in here where I'm at. And so I decided that I'd get back in here in the morning and get set up, you know, within 100 yards of these birds. Well, as I was coming down the logging road, there's this flat right in here, and I ended up spooking some deer that was bedded down here where I'm at. And I paused for a little bit, thinking that the deer would, you know, walk off, but they didn't. I took a couple steps and they took off and ran down over the hill here to my right. So I thought, you know, there's no way I can go down to where I wanted to be, so I just went ahead and set up right down here off of the logging road. And as it was starting to get a little light, I had a bird gobbling right here on the roost, about 50 yards right out in front of me in the tree, but I couldn't see him. So I just watched, and as it started getting a little bit more light out, I just happened to see a turkey over here in another tree. So I turned the camera on, and as you can see in the footage, it was a longbeard. And I got some pretty good video of him until he flew down off the roost. He flew up against the bank towards me, but a little bit to my left. So after he got down, then I noticed another bird in a tree, and of course that one flew down. The one that did all the gobbling flew down off the hill and went down over the hill somewhere. So I got my toxic calls, head trauma, cherry glass call out, and they didn't gobble once they got on the ground. I did a couple soft putts, and I'd say within 5 minutes, there was a gobble right now. Within about 5 or 10 minutes, I happened to see a red head coming up towards me, and I noticed it was a jake. And you know, this late in the season, I'm not holding out for a long beard. I love the meat. That's what I'm about. I know, you know, guys want, you know, let the jakes live. Yeah, it's hard hunting gobblers in Pennsylvania in the spring. I don't let jakes walk by. I mean, I'd rather kill a long beard, but it's just the way I am. So he come out onto this little flat right here where I'm at, and I seen another bird coming up, but I couldn't tell what that one was. So I just got the bead down on his head and let one off, and he started to run. I thought I missed him, and then he started staggering down towards me actually, and went down over the bank. So I got up, and of course I didn't have the camera on at all during this because it happened so quick. And I managed to see him lay down on the ground, and of course I got video on my phone of, you know, me walking up to him, but that's how it happened. If I wouldn't have got in here, you know, I'd have been back probably where I was at last night, and probably just heard him out here along the hill gobbling. But it does pay to go out and try to roost a bird in the evenings. He's a jake. He has about a 4-inch beard. Not very big, but it'll make for a good smoked turkey. But I gotta say that this toxic call, this head trauma cherry glass, these are sweet calls. They are custom handmade, laser engraved, and I can't say enough about these calls. They're awesome calls. They have great tone, I don't know what my problem was this year, you know, taking so long to kill a bird, but it happened. And I also want to point out that this year I was introduced to a choke by Jeb's Chokes. It's called the Headhunter, and not only that, but the line of toxic calls is called Head Trauma. That's the series of pot calls that they have out right now. But this choke holds one tight pattern. You don't want to shoot a bird any closer than 25 yards, because I'm telling you, as tight as this choke is, it's going to hold a pattern, and the opportunity is there to miss a bird. Now that bird was about 35 yards from me when he came up over, but you know, I knew my pattern was going to spray. I was using 6-shot with the shell that was chambered in my gun, so I knew the shot was going to spray. Right here in front of me, I shot in between two trees. I actually hit part of the tree, which makes me think why the bird was dazed whenever, you know, I seen him stagger. But regardless, this choke is awesome. It's just tight. So know your gun, know your choke, and you can be successful as well. But I also want to point out that I was going to dedicate my 2013 bird to a very special person that I got to meet online, but never in person. That guy was Gary Bates. He was very knowledgeable about turkey hunting. He was very passionate about turkey hunting. And here's to you, buddy. That bird's for him. I really wish that I could have gotten to meet Gary. I talked with his family on Facebook, and seemed like very nice people. But every year, I'll know that, you know, I'll have my sit down and, you know, have a conversation with him, because he touched my heart, and he touched a lot of other people's hearts. And great guy. Wish he was still around. Wish he could, you know, people could have met him. But this was for him. This hunt was for Gary Bates. May his soul rest in peace. Well, I got to get out of here. It's 7:30 in the morning. I got to head to work, so it was an awesome hunt. I wish my son Jarrett could have been along. He still has a tag. I got a second turkey tag for Pennsylvania, but my goal is to get my son his first bird. So stay tuned. Be looking forward to having more video for everybody, and more head trauma.